Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we have for Tactics Ogre Reborn, which is set to release onto the Nintendo Switch on November 11th. And today not only are we going to be checking out about 100 plus different brand new screenshots that the developers provided in a brand new blog update, they also provided details regarding the unit development, brand new battle updates, battle adjustments, shop improvements, changes to the classes, and plenty of character details as well. Of course, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description below for their brand new blog update as well if you want to read some of the details for yourself as well. They also provide screenshots. The ones that you're seeing are the ones in English, but they also provide a Japanese version of them as well, but they're pretty much the same thing. Starting with the brand new equipment and requirements and improved usability changes, they specifically mentioned that in Tactics Ogre Reborn, you can equip anything as soon as you find it. However, there's still certain class restrictions for equipment like magic, and basically knights cannot equip bows or clerics cannot equip attack spells and things of that nature. So while there's still some restrictions, most items that you find are easily equipable. There's no level of restrictions for any one of them like that. They also mentioned that each one of the units has 7 equipment slots for weapons and armors, and 4 slots for consumables, and 4 slots for magic. So deciding what combinations and gear and abilities to bring into the battle is a satisfying way for you to customize characters however it is that you want. They mentioned that the skill rules have been completely revamped. They also mentioned that units gain levels and they acquire special abilities that you can use given each one of the classes their very own distinct playstyle, in which consumables and magic in each unit can equip up to 4 skills. So you can put them through the specific combinations and skill that you want to take into battle or become passives. You also are awarded new skills whenever you level up or whenever you become a little bit stronger, and they provide a broader range with possibilities and different strategies while maintaining a unique feel for each one of the classes. For example, if you attack an enemy standing between 2 units, a new pincer attack will switch skill trigger while causing the ally behind the enemy to do an additional attack as well. And this is something that they mentioned before in one of the previous developer updates, where essentially positioning is going to be bigger and more important than ever before. When it comes to finishing moves, they mentioned that units can learn powerful finishing moves by beating certain requirements. In Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together, finishing moves like ninjutsu and war dances require the accumulation of tactical points or TP, and sometimes certain rearrangements as well. Now with all the abilities require magic points, MP, just like in typical spells. With these abilities unified as MPs casters, as long as you have enough points, you're going to be able to cast a finisher attack without any problems. They also mentioned that charms will let you develop a unit's stats in the way you want. Charms are a new item being introduced that give you more control of the development of your unit's specific stats. You can use charms in a party formation screen and improve and alter your units. Charm can be found during specific battles and afterwards in rewards. So for example, they give you an example of one specific charm that grants experience points and permanently increases stats like strength or agility. So as long as you equip one of those charms, you're gonna be able to have the chance to boost specific stats continually as you level up with that charm equipped. Another inclusion is the battle screen, where they mention that you can prepare a unit before sending them into battle, which is also gaining new features and assembling your party more easier than ever before. They also mentioned that scouting commands allow you to gather information on the enemy before entering into battle. By selecting the scout option before the party screen, you can gain an insight on the terrain, enemy forces, locations, levels, class, equipment, etc. Since you can change your unit's classes and equipment per battle in the party screen. So you can use the formation, gain the details learned specifically about your enemies, and give you a little bit of a heads up as to how it is that you want to attack them. If you have a favorite party setup, they also mentioned that now you can save up to 5 different battle parties. By having the ability as battle parties to be prepared before various situations, the number of enemy units and class and compositions, you can quickly select the optimal party based on the information obtained by scouting beforehand, or you can just simply have a preset party saved and then automatically just drop them into battle without any preparations. When it comes to specific battle changes, there's 7 major things that they specifically mention in this blog. First, they mentioned that the turntables with the buff cards. During battle, items called buff cards will appear on the battlefield. When a unit picks up a specific buff card, it gains bonuses that last for the rest of the battle, such as increased attack, power of critical stance, faster speed, etc. The bonus gain depends on the type of card found, and for units you must use against specific enemies for these specific buff cards, and how you move and respond to combat, and you gain the advantage that they provide in a thrilling aspect and unique battles as well. They'll also mention that you have the chance to equip up to 4 different buff cards in one specific unit, so you can max them out for specific stats that you want to focus on. Like if they're a caster, you want to put plus magic on them. If they're more melee focused, perhaps you want to put more strength on them. Avoid specific cards on the field for specific units, since they're not going to necessarily gain the most amount of benefit from it. The second brand new addition to this is the AI adapts to each one of the situations. They specifically mention that the enemy considers the terrain, recognizing features such as narrow roads and wide open plains, as well as player movement, using this information to decide whether the battlefront to choose the best point to engage the player. In addition, the enemy now responds to buff cards that appear in random and creates an ever-changing battle that never feels repetitive. So the AI has been boosted significantly as well, even in lower difficulties. They also mention that in addition to the normal battle victory conditions, each battle also has new bonus objectives, where players will be presented with a goal such as a win with a knight and battle of a party, or obtain a buff card. If they complete the objective, they will receive an extra item, perhaps an extra charm, brand new equipment to strengthen your forces, and anything along those lines. So if you want to do those extra side challenges on top of completing the mission, that's always going to net you better rewards. Alongside the upgraded AI enemy combatants, they also mention that if you want to let the computer control your units, you have up to 4 different AI settings to choose from: Fierce Attacker, Stalwart Defender, Distant Striker, and Ardent Mender. You can also quickly toggle between manual and AI control for all your units, so essentially you can have the game either play itself, or you can just choose to focus on a couple of units and let the game kind of control the rest of your party if you so desire with the preset bonuses. They also mentioned that mistakes will be costlier more than ever before. When firing weapons like bows and crossbows, or casting spells and launch a projectile such as Deadshot, you can display trajectory decisions to make sure that the attacker can hit the target without misfiring. But of course, if you don't pay attention to the percentages, you might end up missing and actually hurting your very own units as well. Reviving has also been completely revamped. They mentioned that when enemies' attacks reduce the unit's HP to 0 and it's incapacitated, a countdown is displayed when an incapacitated unit, and the unit can be revived with consumables or magic before the countdown reaches 0. Reviving a unit can act immediately after being raised, allowing them to move, recover HP, or take other actions to regain their footing. So of course, reviving and of course keeping your units alive in the battle is primal if you want to succeed. The last and the 7th major change that they did to battle is of course leveling up your units. The random encounters that occur when moving onto the world map have been completely removed. Instead, you can now engage in training battles at specific locations whenever you like. Units cannot be killed in training battles, making the leveling process much easier. So if you want to grind, basically the way you want to go about it is using trainer battles, set it up to automatic, and just let them grind their level ups so you can now use them in the main story and equip them as best as possible. So these are the big 7 massive changes that they specifically spoke about in the brand new blog updates. I'm going to be covering more details since they keep providing us details specifically with this blog updates, and I'm certainly so excited to be able to get my hands on this game on November 11th. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.